The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, fish your fear. When it all come down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. The time is now, the place is here. Stop running, face your fear. When it all come down to this, you only get one shot, can't afford to miss. So, let's get it, let's go. Go hard and go home.
Who will be tonight's hero in the 332nd meeting between Oregon State and the Oregon Ducks? Will it be the sophomore big man Michael Dunnigan or senior Seth Tarver, one of the toughest defenders in the conference? Up in these parts, it's more than a game. It's a civil war, and this Pac-10 war on the floor starts now. The Ducks have won the past 16 meetings in this building versus the Beavers. The Oregon State starting lineups will have the Tanner brothers, but Rulon Shopkinov and Calvin Haynes might be the keys to scoring and passing critical in Craig Robinson's offense. This is the second year for Robinson at Oregon State. 18 and 18 last year, and they won the CBI tournament to end last season, but they're not playing with that kind of confidence. He will face a hot Oregon team that's won 6 straight games. 83 years this facility is, and these two teams have been playing all 83 years. 181 wins for Oregon State, 150 for Oregon. The Ducks in the yellow, and of course Oregon State in the orange and black. Over 10 rebounds per game in that sweep in the Washington schools last week.
Well, I tell you, 21 minutes a game. Craig Robinson, the coach of Oregon State, goes right at him.
Seth Tarver comes up with a loose basketball and scores for the Beaver early lead.
Disruption on defense for Oregon State.
Now coming home, had a week off, so they've had a tremendous week of practices, all energized, but maybe too high for the start of this game.
And that's a great point. I mean, the rust from a week of inactivity will show early in a game like this.
The Ducks have been an offensive machine this year. They're scoring almost 80 points per game. They've been shut out the first 2.5 minutes, and Oregon State's are finding it mighty easy to get the ball down low. And Ernie Kent calls a timeout.
Jovan Catron and Matthew Humphrey yet to kind of integrate back into the lineup because of injury.
The steal was by Sim, but he knocked it to Deane, and Deane lays it up and in. Armstead on McShane. Amari Johnson back in. Daniel Deane has an open three and knocks it down to give Oregon State a 6-point edge at 16-10. Again, Oregon almost throws it away. Longmire on the drive. Nope. Deane fighting for it.
To get out and play with Barack, but she was trying to determine just what kind of a guy he was. A nice job, Seth Tarver, Mr. Disruption.
And the foul will be called on E.J. Singler.
Oregon switching all eyeball screens out top between Williams and Sims.
Haynes trying to take his man. Almost got it to fall. Instead, he'll wind up at the free throw line for 2 shots with just 0.6 seconds left in the first half.
Winner to win that city championship as a 10th grader.
Makes 1 of 2. Porter at the buzzer. Oregon State with a surprising 7-point lead at a halftime at the pit. The final Civil War game ever.
And a job of that. Reminds some people of an older, like a Lenny Wilkins type, old school type of a player. They're Shafter again attacking the ends. You see how Craig Robinson going inside. Detroit having fun playing the game of basketball.
Porter, 6 of his 8 points have come in the early moments of this second half. Cunningham, wow.
I told you, I like that kid, man. He's quick. He's athletic. He's going to be a very good fit for this Oregon State basketball program. Just what they need as they improve themselves personnel-wise.
Armstead tried to get the floater down.
He's trying to attack the 1-3-1 zone as this Teandre and there's Seth
Tarver.
This was so effective to start the game off for Craig Robinson. Trying to stagger double screen the top defenders.
Juwan Porter has it knocked away as he tried to go underneath and score. Oregon State has recruited well. They've got 2 great recruits coming in next year, including a point guard, Ahmad Starks from Chicago. One of the top point guards in all of Illinois. And Devin Collier is 6'8", Young man coming from the Bronx, New York.
But out of St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, playing for the great Bobby Hurley.
Calvin
Senior.
Haynes taking a page out of Tawan Porter's book.
He will give Oregon State a lot of credit to play the kind of game they've wanted to play. Their defense has been disruptive. They've maintained the kind of offensive tempo that they set out to maintain. But now you're going to need playmakers. Here's one right there.
Haynes with just 8 seconds left in the shot clock. A big three. Oregon State back up 6.
Kind of looks so wide open. That's the operative word. Wide open. Tawan Porter knocks down the three-point shot. We're talking about closing the deal. That's not a good sequence for Oregon State.
Shaftenar, left hand goes.
Okay, Mike.
Jacob gives up 3 inches. Well, they're getting inside in the Ducks.
Julian Shaftenar, one of the top assist to turnover guys in the Pac-10, despite his size last year.
Timeout, Oregon.
Off the shot clock. Well, it's okay as long as you're doing this.
Porter off the right side, lays it up, no. Rebounding Singler off the back of the backboard, and Oregon State once again comes up with a marvelous play.
Well, and
Haynes on the drive. Calvin can't, but there's Daniel Deane. He scores.
making plays. Calvin Haynes trying to be the playmaker on the left side of the floor, but Daniel Deane's the hustle guy.
Porter trying to do it all, and again it's rejected. Marcus, is he trying to do too much?
He is. He's trying to do
Pride when they took the floor tonight.
Talked about a snarling Gary Payton. The Ron Lee, Ricky Lee jumpers that Oregon State pulled out in the mid-70s. But, you know, you talk about the futility of Oregon State in this building over the last 16 years. I mean, it's the wacky, unpredictable Pac-10, Steve. Pretty close to that mid-court line Calvin Haynes was.
Deane on the drive. Wallace missing. Deane picks him up. Dunnigan with the foul. But how about the heart of Daniel Deane just streaking towards the basket to grab that rebound?
Well, that's why Daniel Deane, the starter for Oregon State, is on the floor because of his nose for the basketball, rebounding the ball.
Oregon State has made 2 of their last 5 foul shots.
59%er. Wouldn't have known it from that stroke.
2-possession game now. Drew Wiley coming in, an excellent 3-shooter. Dunnigan will leave. Sim back in, so they've got their 3 shooters on the floor for Oregon.
And all the significance in this game if Oregon State is able to pull this thing out. Lost 16 straight times here. The final game here at MacArthur Court in the Civil War game. Oregon with the great start. Went up to Washington. Swept the Washington schools. Washington State, Washington. They're in first place. 2-0. You're in last place. 0-2.
Sim has it blocked. Oregon State has it. And a foul is called against the Ducks.
That's good defense on the part of Josh Tarver. We've been talking so much about Seth, his younger brother. Josh comes out, does a great job challenging and getting a piece of the shot. And what a bounce back game for the Oregon State Beavers after that 51-point loss to Seattle just a few days ago. One of the lowest points for that program. And here they are, about to pull off the improbable. I know it's still early in the Pac-10 season.
Seth Tarver, the player of the night, pushes his team up 64-57 with 14 seconds left. The Ducks have won 26 of the last 31 overall against Oregon State. But on a memorable night, Oregon expected to win. Porter off the top of the backboard. Deane hustles for it. Porter gets it back. And this ball game is Oregon State. The 16-game losing streak by Oregon State at the pit is over. Congratulations.